Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Shout out to everybody that is here. There's probably no notifications that went out. You guys, welcome, welcome. If you're here, shout out to you guys. I'll give everybody a couple of minutes to get in here. Welcome, everybody. I do see 5 people in here. Shout out to you guys. I know I started a little bit early. Yes, I did. I have not reviewed the conference that they did, so I kind of wanted to do it with you guys. I got pretty busy after the other live, and so I figured, let me review this with everybody here. Let's have a chat. It's Friday. People are probably very busy today, so very likely not going to be here. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, Haywire said it best. Rest in peace, Riley. Condolences to his family. I have not watched like I said, I haven't watched the press conference, so I wanted to review it with you guys. Um, Welcome everybody. Hey Hannah. Hey Terry. Hey Liz. Hey Sushi Bell. Sushi Jessabelle. Jennifer, thank you for becoming a member. Love. Shout out to you, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, yo. Hey Tammy. How you doing? I see Liz G in the chat. Cash. Thank you, thank you. I hope they repeat the need to cease speculation. It hurts many. Thoughts with all of them. And yes, I hopped on the like button. Thank you. Thank you, Cash. Shout out to everybody. Hey, SW, how you doing, love? All right, this won't be a very long live. I just really wanted to review the press conference. I'm sure everybody has probably watched it and whatnot. Hey, Rhiannon, welcome. Hey, Nebulous, how you doing? And so, I mean, like I said, I'm sure people have watched it, but I definitely wanted to just talk a little bit about it, and have a chat with everybody here. Shout out to everybody. Thank you. Hey, Blonde Bomb, how you doing? Shout out to all my true crime peeps. I see everybody here. Shout out to everybody for the most part. Charlotte, welcome. Shout out to you. Oh, yes, sending prayers to the family. Absolutely. Thank you, Charlotte. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. I think that's what we can do, at least direct some of that energy out over there, and support, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and watch the press conference. Self talking. Why do I hear myself talking? Here we go. You're listening while grocery shopping. Okay. Some of you guys have probably watched it, and that's okay. I have not watched it, so I figured I'm like, let me watch it with everybody. Said, oh, thank you. Well, Jennifer says I watch all the time, but I have the hardest time catching your lives. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you. Let's watch it. Let's talk about this press conference. And again, this is regarding Riley. For those that are new to the case, he was found today. Okay. We learned a lot more information today. You said no echo on our end? You're hearing an echo? Oh no. Um, yeah, you may want to grab some tissue. I have not watched quite yet, but I'll watch it with you guys. Let's go.
Take a few more deep breaths. That's absolutely up to them. But I'm going to go see, and we may come back here in a couple of minutes and be ready to go. All right.
I think they're getting everything set up. I'm chewing on ice. That's why I muted myself. Hey, Terry. Yes, pray for
Test
Riley's
1, 2,
family.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you able to hear? Okay, thank you.
All right, all right. Shout out to everybody, guys. Thank you for being here. Shout out to everybody from Twitter or X, excuse me. I know I said the wrong name app. Hopefully we'll get somewhere here. Hold up. Let's see if we can fast forward a little bit while we even wait for the family. Let's see. I don't think it's a very long press conference, my understanding. Here we go.
Everybody, you all can come around here to the sides if you'd like.
Man, they really zoomed in on that camera. You haven't seen it yet? I haven't seen
You're
it.
good right here in the corner, sir.
They're all wearing green. I just noticed that. Do you guys notice they're all wearing green? Wow.
Andrew, you can come around here if you want. Okay, I've already told everyone why we're here and what's going to happen. I want to start by expressing our police department's very deep sorrow over the finding of Riley today. And we are with his parents. I think they know that, and we'll continue to be with them in the days and weeks ahead in our thoughts and
Wow.
prayers. I want to start.
Let me stop right here. I didn't know that that was his favorite color. Thank you for letting me know that in the chat. Yeah, let's drop some green hearts in the chat. I noticed that. I said the green stood out to me. I did not know that was his favorite color. Wow.
Start this afternoon by introducing Riley's father, Ryan Gilbert.
Thank you all for being here, and those of you that help us keep Riley's face in front of the cameras. You've helped us get some closure here and let us take our boy home. I got a lot of people to thank, and I'm sure I'll forget somebody. You won't be forgotten. I'll remember you. The whole family will remember you. But I want to first thank the NMPD for their efforts. They've had a lot of sleepless nights on this case as well. Can't give them enough thanks. Really appreciate the work they've done. The United Cajun Navy has come in to assist them. They've done a lot of work on the water and land for us. Came in and gave structure to this investigation on our side of it and helped keep things lined out. Dave Flag here with the United Cajun Navy. They've been a great asset to us. The individuals in the area that have come in contact with us that have helped us with numerous things, gathering supplies and taking care of stuff like that, putting up flyers and whatnot. The Ward family for all their work. They put up a ton of flyers around town. They've been making phone calls. They've been assisting us in any way they can. All the people that have donated items to them that they've got to us throughout this whole ordeal. All the people back home in our own personal lives that have been there to support us, and our family at home as well. Thank you for keeping us in your thoughts and prayers. We can't say enough to all of you. Thank you. Oh, I wanted to mention also Gary and Skip Butler come in with the airboats. We've been on the water for a few days with those guys. They've been great to work with us. We can't thank them anymore. It's just unbelievable what they've done for us.
Most of you are familiar with seeing my face by now. I'm sure we're all ready for it to be over with. It's been an emotional roller coaster. We're quite thankful for everything that you've done for our family, the grace that you've given us. It means a lot, more than you'll ever know. We have learned through this ordeal that everybody has brought all the good to us. We've had a little bad. You're going to have that. But it has given us faith in people that sometimes gets clouded by what we're constantly hearing. We're extremely thankful for all the volunteers that have shown up, given us their time, their effort, their energy, very little sleep they've gone on. Our family, we can't thank our family enough for all the support that they've provided us, for all the, time spent, the love, the energy. Our friends that we consider family that aren't able to be here, but have been at home, caring to everything that we can't take care of. Thank you. To the people of Nashville, I can't thank you enough for the support, the love, the encouragement that you've shown myself and my wife and Ryan and Millie. You don't understand how much that meant to us in some of our darkest hours. The hugs, the prayers, the offers. I can't say it enough. Thank you. To the Nashville Police Department. We know this hasn't been easy. We've tried to handle it with as much grace and poise as we can. It's hard. It's never quick enough when it's your family member. Like I told everybody numerous times, if he was 2 blocks away from us and they were walking him to us, it wasn't quick enough. We want him 2 inches in front of us. So thank you for everything that you've done for us. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you.
I just want to reiterate how thankful we are for everyone and how much we appreciate everyone's support and love and prayers, because we feel them. We have felt every one of them, every single one. I just ask that you mamas out there hug your babies tight tonight, please. Please, for me, just hug your babies tight tonight.
I gotta stop right there. My goodness. Mm. I just, wow.
And again, thank you. Thank you for sharing our story.
Yeah, I'm not going to take a lot of time. Most of what I would say would just be to echo what's already been said. Outside of that, I would like to extend my thanks to the media community here and the national media community, who far by large has been very gracious and very respectful of the situation. It's something that has not frequently been encountered in these situations, in my experience. As far as the Cajun Navy goes, since this is going to be a more or less a short interlude, if there is any interest in it, we would be happy to hold another meeting with the press, and it will likely be tomorrow sometime. Best place would probably be the public park where we first met, and you can let me know afterwards if there's interest in that. We'd be happy to help you. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, very much an incredible family. That's for sure. That's for sure. Very much an incredible family. I mean, I think that's it. There's nothing else. It was a very short press conference. Yeah, every every family's worst nightmare, right? Nobody wants this to happen to anybody, of course. So yeah, I don't know what to say other than, we just got to pray for them and whatever. I don't know. That's all I could say at this point. He was an adult, but still their baby. Yeah, it's like, I feel like my kids are always going to be babies, even though they're getting older. And they make a lot of stupid decisions, but they're always going to be my babies, no matter what. Yeah, if tomorrow never comes, make sure that you let your loved one know how much they really mean to you always. Always. Thank you, Nebulous. I did see an article that the mayor made a suggestion for barriers for Nashville's entertainment district after Riley's body was recovered from the river, which I think would make sense. It does kind of bring into question, in my opinion, um, with the bodies, because it wasn't just Riley's body, right? There were other bodies that were found. How many other bodies are out there that we are not really aware of, that we don't really know about? There's probably a lot of them. So, yeah, we have to kind of be mindful of it. I really do hope that they put that change in there. And also, this case got so much attention. I honestly feel like there's got to be cases that should attract the attention, not just of, because we have footage and it's a social media thing. We definitely need to be able to always bring light to different cases. We should always be talking about these cases no matter what, right? I also think there is no foul play, Kirsten. There is no foul play. I also think that another very important lesson that we could all learn, I definitely learned that here in this one, is that we do have to be careful with speculation. Like I said, it's to have a healthy theory of what might have happened is absolutely fine. To run and, do interviews and like those are things that we got to be really careful with, because I think about people said, well, they didn't have a grid search, or they, that delayed it. Yeah, could very well be the case. But I would imagine the many tips that they received, because one thing that I understood based on the press conferences is there was no, like, he was just found. I think they had a good sense of where to find him. And so it wasn't like a tip to where to find him. It was literally he was found. And I think we have to be very mindful of what we put out there on social media. I don't know. This really kind of bothered me a bit because it kind of grew legs to a certain degree. I will say myself, I'll speak for myself. I felt like um, the frat brothers, I felt a level of maybe I wasn't being fair to the frat brothers, because I saw them as like, why did they just leave them there? Why didn't they go out there with them? Like that would be my question. And I'm sure that they're feeling just as guilty, if not worse, for what has happened. So I apologize for that. I don't know these people. We definitely got to be careful what we put out there. Uh, you know, just got to be careful. And then there was a lot of interviews out there. I mean, a lot of witnesses. We have to be careful with the information that's put out there, because I don't know. That even turned me off a bit, and I felt some type of way. I felt bad. I felt really bad for all of that, even thinking. We got to be a little bit more responsible about this stuff. As my platform keeps growing, that's definitely what I'm going to try to do. Do my best to really be careful with what I say too. Lemon says, I do now feel for the friends, as I don't know how they will ever get over this. Yeah, how do you ever, especially the person, Lemons, because if you think about the statement that was put out there by Luke Bryant's, they had escorted two people out. One of them didn't go out, right? I bet that person feels very guilty. I bet the people that were talking to him on the phone feel very guilty. I bet the friends feel very guilty, right? And that really sucks because I wouldn't want to be them. I wouldn't want to be them at all. Mommer says it's difficult when people use social media for nefarious reasons, right? And it's a bit of a like I'm gonna tell you something. I think about it. I was watching a little bit of like, you know, the back and forth of how things were being reported, and I said, "Oh, this is gonna be bad." This is kind of like a bit of Shanquella Robinson, when that story came out. It was just too much. There were some bloggers that were like, really doing their best to do, say what they needed to say, bring awareness to it. And then there was a lot of infighting, and I personally didn't like it just got out of hand. And then I took that to heart a lot. The infighting, I didn't like that, but that's just me though. And I kind of felt like this was totally going that direction as far as the infighting. Erica says frat brothers likely feel awful, but it's a good reminder to use buddy systems, even with big, strong guys. Absolutely. That's such a good point. I think that's that cautionary tale. This is spring break, you guys. Kids are going to. I have to say, young adults. Excuse me, because they're not kids. They're young adults, right? They're going on spring break. Get a buddy system, Life 360. I don't know. I don't want to give promotion apps, because I'm not sponsored by them. Get your Google Maps or apps or Apple apps or whatever. Um, get a something on everybody because you never know, right? You never know. Cindy says, I personally feel like we need to be more caring to one another. Absolutely. To your loved ones. What did mom say? Do me a favor, hug your loved ones, hold your kids tight. And that's what I'm gonna do. That's for sure. A buddy system when cocktails are involved. Oh, yeah, any kind of alcohol. Thank you, Cash. For me, I would be guilty for life. They did let him down. Yeah, it's a huge thing to carry. Mountain Mama says, I had such a great day today. Then for Riley's family now. Yeah, Kate Middleton. Yeah, that was interesting news as well. There's a visual going on JLR's. Well, okay. Um, Thank you, Shelley. You said Sushi Jezebel. She never got justice. No, she didn't. I think we all feel some guilt right now. I do. I feel like um I don't know. I think this was a social media lesson for me, and I'm definitely gonna be taking note of how I say things. Green was Riley's favorite color. The part of the brain that makes good decisions doesn't even fully form until you're in your mid 20s. They were drunk. We should be looking at Luke's Brian's bar, who should have called an Uber. Jennifer, I thought about that too. Yeah, especially my understanding is that men tend to develop later in life as far as the brain goes. So yeah, Luke Bryan's is already under investigation, says combat drummer. You said Nancy Grace has moved on. Nancy will jump on those trending cases. That's what Nancy Grace does. A simple wrong turn. Let's see. Oh, Cheek said, I hope everyone who coulda, shoulda, woulda that night forgives themselves. No one could have anticipated this tragic accident. Cheeks, thank you for being a member for 7 months. You're awesome. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hold up. Ooh, did I miss that comment? Thank you for your continued support. Pockets, thank you for being here. Thank you for your green hearts. More love and more peace. Um, it'll be interesting to see what outcome comes out. Like I said, the spring break stuff is the spring break. But we definitely have to be mindful of that. This could have happened anywhere, y'all. This could happen in your town. This just happens to happen. It happened in Nashville. This could happen anywhere. People go to Mexico to go do spring break. They do that. It could happen anywhere, any resort type of area, any, you know, area. So we definitely have to be careful. Thank you, Cash. It's easy to lose as you get popular. You haven't. How I know? Because you're doing this live. Well, thank you. I'm trying. Jennifer says, I disagree. They even said it was part of their policy they didn't follow. there was a lot happening that night. Y'all, we saw that like there's a lot happening, right? And they're still going to do an autopsy report, so I'm sure that's going to come out. But the biggest thing is that I truly hope that the family, you know, feels peace at some point through this journey, because there's going to have to be healing. Right now, it's a lot of pain to this, first of all, not knowing and then finding out what happened. I mean, a lot of this has been a bit of a like, wow, waking up this morning to this news and then kind of going live right away to talk about it. That was it almost makes you feel like, especially for those who are in the chat, maybe y'all can relate. When we're reporting on it, and some of you guys are giving your comments, it definitely makes you feel like you're present in that moment. But really, we're not, right? We're not there. But for me, it's like when we get so into a case or a story and we're doing our best to bring awareness to something, it's very easy for me to just feel like, oh man, a level of responsibility, even though I can only do so much on my end. But yes, let's see what you guys are saying. It happens during the day, even with sober people. Mommer says we can all learn many lessons from Riley's story, how every aspect was handled, and how we move forward with lessons learned. Yes. You said you're ticked at the staff, didn't let him leave. Well, it's a lot. Keep in mind that there was a friend that they had also let go and followed him out. I guess not. And then he came back in. So keep that in mind. No, Riley was responsible for his decisions. I'm sorry for the loss, but they were not the decision factor. How about his frat brothers? They did not stop him from overindulging. I don't know, Connie. I wasn't there. I hear what you're saying, Connie, but I wasn't there. And so I don't know. That's how I feel at this point. Comeback drummer says all of this opening into the river embankment along the streets are ridiculous. We definitely have to be careful with that. May the family find peace and comfort knowing their son was a good man. Yeah, and brought a lot of people together in love. That is true, SW. If there's one thing, it definitely brought a lot of people together. Sorry if I missed this. Does no evidence of foul play mean no evidence that his drink was spiked? I don't know, Hannah. I don't know. They didn't say that. They just said no evidence of foul play. I believe they're waiting on the autopsy, and then they're going to go from there. You know. Linda says, what ifs won't change anything, unfortunately. True. It is negligence. You said to turn someone in that of shape alone in the street alone. I mean, there was a lot of, yeah, I don't know. How can we go one day without placing blame? He was found just today. That's true, Tammy. We definitely have to be careful, y'all. Um, yeah, he was just found, y'all. So kind of keep that in mind. Some push further. This is not chatting in a bar, but creators can get carried. Yeah, are one of few I will watch for crime commentary. Thank you, Cash. Nashville needs to clean up their ass. Those embankments are a dump. Well, I mean, think about all the other folks that were found while looking for Riley, and they wouldn't have been found. Those bodies wouldn't have been found had they not been searching for Riley. That's the other piece to this that I feel like I don't want to miss out on that, because that's important. Linda says the only thing we can do is keep Riley's family in prayer, and your thoughts and prayers. Thank you, Linda. They are young and they're partying and having a good time. Something bad happened, and I'm sure they all feel bad. I think so too. They haven't had time to get. I don't know, Jennifer. I like I said, they just found him this morning, so I think that might take a little bit of time. Hey, Chico, welcome, welcome. Thank you, baby girl, for joining us. Shout out to you guys. Um, oh, Cheek says, okay, okay. Listen, he was presenting himself so well that if it didn't raise alarm bells with several people, including a cop, pointing fingers doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't, Cheeks. I would agree with that. So I think we have to be very mindful of that. Like I said, people feel guilt, and we don't always need people to remind us of who's responsible for what. That's just my opinion. Um, I hate to say it, but a lot of our bodies of water in Tennessee look like that. Yeah, I've been saying a lot about Luke since I saw this video, so it's not a new thought on my part. Also, Nashville does need to do something about their riverbank problem. Yes, I do think that they need to figure out something about that. I mean, like I said, the mayor just announced that they're going to possibly look into barriers. But the thing is, though, y'all, like, what if they found two bodies before they found Riley's? You guys, let me repeat that again. How many other more missing people do we have that could be in this river? And we don't even know. We don't even think to look at or search or anything, or they were never reported missing. I mean, these are things that we had, keep in mind. We don't know. There's a lot of cases out there that we just don't even know could really get into. But yes, they saved a man last night that he fell in. Kirikou, was that the person that was doing the rescuing? I think it was like one of the rescue teams or something. Kirikou, let me know. Chico says yes. That's what he said. That can't take years. They still working on I-40 for 20 damn years. It still ain't nothing done. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. Um. Let me see what y'all are saying. I definitely don't want to keep everybody here. I mean, I just wanted to kind of follow through as I said that I would, since I've been talking about this case. You know, it is Friday, and I'm sure everybody's busy. I definitely don't want to keep everybody here. But let me see what you guys are maybe closing out with a couple comments. You live on the riverside town in Western Scotland. It's a has huge submarines and ex-Navy vets base. It behaves like the sea for that reason. Its vents also life rings. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Kirikou says the Navy people heard someone yelling and saved a homeless man that fell in. Wow. See, I mean, that's the thing is like, would we, yeah, we don't know. Yes, that's true, Connie. I agree with you on that one. We don't always need to know everything. Okay. We really don't. And I think what was even like the fact that they didn't even show the last footage that they had, because there was more footage. Y'all remember that? We didn't need to have that footage. We didn't need to know about it. I think we have enough information, especially with all this speculation that ran rampant about a lot of stuff. Um, I mean, I'm sure people are just going to go on and act like nothing was speculative. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been different if somebody threw out a theory and said, this is my theory of this case, which we've done here all the time. But like, there was a lot. There was a lot. Okay. There was people upon people, and then people on the sites. So I kind of wonder if, I mean, you know, I guess it won't get addressed. It is what it is. Thank you. Massive. She's like, no, Rabbit. It was a massive speculation. Well, it was. We had a lot of people that talked about it. There was a lot of interviews that were held, right? There was homeless folks um, that, worked in the camps that held interviews too. There was that. I mean, what about that? And if people were speculating, it must have been a homeless person. Y'all leave the homeless alone. They didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing. They shouldn't have gotten blamed for anything. Nobody stole anybody's shirt. Nobody did any of that. They found Riley with the shirt on. You know, y'all got to leave those people alone. That's it. They're not bugging. I mean, it really gave a really weird feeling about that too. Charlotte said it might have other people. It might have other people in the video who don't have anything to do with it, but don't want people to speculate. And I think that that's the thing. Is like, what is the difference between, because I've speculated before, right? But I definitely haven't said stuff like I try very careful about how we say things, whether it's fact. One of the things, and Chico can vouch for this in the chat, we kept saying, well, has anybody confirmed the person who was seen with the shirt? I kept saying that over and over. And I said Chico, and I would call Chico out because Chico would put it in all caps. Nobody was confirmed to have, like, law enforcement has not confirmed that a homeless person or somebody was wearing Riley's shirt. And Chico kept typing it up in all caps. Oh, because I kept asking that question because I was waiting for the press conferences to say that it's been confirmed. And now that if that was a thing, then that would have been like, wow, that would have blown. That would have definitely been something, because then you could have been like, well, was he hurt by a homeless person? Did the homeless person, people could have said, well, they try to take his shirt away. I mean, there's different things that could have come out of that, but it wasn't the case, y'all. It wasn't the case. And that's the piece that we have to be very careful with. Um, yeah, that's kind of what my thought is. Up real life matters out there, whether you're rich or poor. Yes. Let me see. Terrible lies to make up, isn't it? Well, and I don't know. Like I said before, I don't think that people were intentionally making up lies about that. I think that it goes back to my my criminology classes, where and somebody, I think it was Mick who pointed it out. It's confirmation bias. When you hear somebody, like if I've been watching a show, I've been watching something for many times, for over and over, and then maybe I talk about it and somebody else picks up on it and then it just kind of runs that way. Yeah, you're going to have so many different witnesses or people that say, yeah, you know what? I did see somebody wear that shirt. I did see somebody wear that shirt. So, for those that don't know, confirmation bias is just the tendency of people that confirm information off the strengths and beliefs and values and of their own, right? Versus like really being able to confirm the information. It's just, you heard it, you're hearing it over and over. It's very likely. So and so said it, so and so is credible. Therefore, it's very likely that that's what happened. That has happened a lot more time and time again. We can't see facts objectively. We'll have a hard time. You're ignoring possible information. You're ignoring what's not being said. That's the other thing I said too is, when law enforcement isn't speaking on something, listen to what they don't say. If they're not mentioning the shirt, why is that? Is it because there is no confirmation? Is it because it hasn't been confirmed? Like, well, what is it exactly? Or is it because there's more to the shirt than that really led to everything? My state, man, and I know how folks do it here. Now I'm near the area. We know about this. I hear you on that. You spin the narrative until it wasn't proven. I just think folks ran without receipts. Well, and I think that we're wanting to be an asset, all of us, subscribers and creators alike, that we tend to get lost in that. Jennifer says, I thought they were saying that. I thought it was, or it could have been the shirt. I think I heard the man or the woman interview say it for sure was. Jennifer, here's an example of confirmation. You hear it. Confirmation bias. You hear it from somewhere. And you're like, damn, this is really like, this is it. I really, and then somebody else hears it. Chico hears it. And we all hear it. And it's like, if you sit back and you're like, well, wait a minute, when did they hear it? Because y'all hear law enforcement say it? No, but did you hear this? But there's so many witnesses and they're not interviewing witnesses. So yeah, I could definitely understand where that might have been off. It might have felt like a lead, some level of a lead. Everything starts looking like a clue when you want it to. That's right. A lot of folks didn't want to believe tragic accident. Yeah. Everybody speculates till the truth comes out. It's kind of a human nature. That's right. But spouting crazy shit is different in my opinion. Yeah. Um, I think it's like this. It's like I've used this example before. So stereotyping is something that it's not a good thing to do, but we all do it. We all do it. Sometimes we don't even know that we're doing it. We're doing it because it's safe. So I think that this right here is a good point of that. It's like speculation. Everybody does it. It's a safe response to what is being presented to us, right? Sometimes we don't even think about that being an issue. We're hearing the information, but where is it landing? And so you got to put that in some compartment, right? So speculation is a safe thing that we all do. But if you're going crazy ass theories and you're losing sleep because of those crazy theories, and then you talking to, and putting things together and the puzzle pieces don't fit, but you gonna make it work because that theory has to work, then we got a problem. And we really got a problem. Mommer says speculation is different from people trying to state facts. As long as the so-called are not just rumors or a telephone game, it's dangerous. It definitely, for this specific example, it felt very dangerous in my opinion. It felt like everybody was playing telephone, right? It almost felt like that. I never thought it was for sure. I always thought it was possible. Yeah. Storm said it wasn't a custom made shirt. More than one person owns the same shirt. It's true. Well, and I thought it was a unique shirt. So I was saying that because it did look unique. But somebody pointed out in my comments and said, Rabbit, it's like a Garth Brooks shirt, and they're in Nashville. So I guess this is the kind of shirt that you would find everywhere there. I don't know. So there might be somebody out there wearing a black and white two-tone shirt, something like that, that looks the same, but it's not the same. We don't know. I mean, you just don't know. It's like the other scenario I heard someone say: a celebrity was passed away, and I believed it and told my mom. Then seeing the TV person and then you see the person on TV. LOL. Right. Every time, listen, when it comes to celebrity, and I hear that they passed away, I always gotta like search it because you can't always believe that, especially on YouTube, guys. There's so many like Beyonce. The other day I typed in Beyonce because I think I wanted to hear her song or some shit like that. I typed in Beyonce, and immediately when I typed in Beyonce, uh we are saddened to hear the news of Beyonce, and then you have like a thumbnail with Beyonce's face, and then like there's like a tombstone, and it's a really dark, and I'm like, what the hell, what happened? And it's very misleading. It's meant for you to click it so that you hear some other stuff, but they want you to believe that Beyonce had passed away. They do that shit here all the time. They do it all the time. Yeah, I wasn't feeling the whole blaming the homeless and the frat brothers or the frat boys. I mean, they're definitely shitty friends, but it doesn't automatically mean they did something to him. That's true. Hey, Katie, did it? Sometimes we want there to be more exciting than they are. You mean exciting news? Sometimes an accident is just an accident. Ugh. Let me see. Oh, y'all are too much in the um I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, when somebody hits your link, they hit your link. You don't always have time to vet that information. So I understand where Pascal was coming from with that. I don't at all blame that. I just think we have to be very careful. I'm more concerned about News Nation than anything. SW says the color of the shirt never said it was like his shirt. She said it was like his shirt. Wait, that it was his shirt, like his shirt. Others ran with that as a fact. The only part they were questioning is why the cops never called her back to investigate. SW, but the thing is like, she also went on News Nation and said something different too, like twice. So I think, yeah, she went on there twice. So I think we have to be, I don't know, man. This, I don't know, yo. I still think that if you see something, you say something, I definitely don't want to take that away from folks. Which is very deceiving, wrong for some YouTubers to do that. Hold up, let me read. News Nation hired Cuomo. They show their clownery. Oh, Lord. You do not like Cuomo. The shirt could be purchased off of Amazon. Okay, there you go. You said a lie is a lie is a lie, even if everyone believed it. The truth is still the truth, even though no one believes it's true. Based on known facts, I've always felt he fell in the river, but wanted so much to be wrong. Heartbreaking. Possible, not probable. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see what y'all are saying. Yes, thank you, Haywire, for saying that. She loses me with the interviews at the interviews. Okay. See, some people just want 2 minutes of fame. That does happen. That does happen. Let's see. Kelly says, but even with everything in place, what happened just happened. You can't change fate, period. You can't escape death. I don't know, man. It's just sad. This is not a loss that you would wish on anybody. That's it. You don't want this to happen to anybody. That's the biggest thing, right? Like, you don't want this on anybody. So that's just my thought. I don't know. Um, that's just what I think. Let me see what you guys are saying. Well, that's so glad he was found and the family can heal. Yes. Yes. All right, y'all. So thank you everybody for joining me. Number one, I don't have anything else to add to this. My hope is, keep that family in your prayers, of course. He's been found, and we definitely have to, just do better by the information that we bring up here. Just being mindful of that. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for being here, and joining me. You didn't have to, but you did. But you did. Um, Shout out to you guys, okay? Shout out to you guys. Please keep that family in your prayers. I will see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out. Bye, guys. Thank you, Cheeks and Jennifer. Thank you guys for everything. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye. Rabbits out.